Here we go. Another video. Thank you to all the likes and subscribers since my last video. I do appreciate it all. Well, as you can see here, I'm about to die. I'm running into static toxic gas. Yes, static, not event, not dynamic. We have been able to get access to the JSON file we need to be able to play around with the static zones, and as you can see here, I am well and truly dying at Radio Zenit by a static gas zone. So in this video we're going to be teaching you how to do just this, and also giving Dave some credit for everything he does for the group. As you're about to see now, I'm about to throw up and be sick, and yeah, this is quite toxic. Welcome guys to another video by Shots. Now today we're going to be talking about static toxic zones and what you can do with them. But first of all, I just want to pop open our Discord, and I want to say thank you very much to Dave for all the work he's done with inside DZMC. He's an absolute top coder, and I do fully recommend him for any help you do want to receive, because he's an absolute top quality guy and he does put a lot of effort into his code. So me and Dave are both part of Dayz mod community. As you can see here, Dave's not online at the minute, but Dave is one of our admin and trusted XML veterans as well. He's also the main man behind me now within DZMC. So yeah, good to the lad, So what we're going to do is we're going to show you about static custom toxic zones. Now Dave has put a couple of files within here, and these are all for Livonia. Copa Prison Static Gas by Dave. So feel free to join the Discord. The link is at the bottom of the screen, somewhere down here, floating left or right. And we will now get into the video. So as you've seen at the start of the video, I ran around inside a toxic zone near Radio Zenit. Now at the minute, that toxic zone is actually inside my server, and people are not going to be too happy with me today because I did quite a lot of restarts to do what I wanted to do, and I may have upset a few players. So let's give them all free NBC kits tomorrow, and that should keep everyone happy. So if we go into my server and open up our Notepad++, and we're going to pop my JSON file in it, my effect area JSON, as you can see, and you will now see a different area name than what you're going to see in a minute. Now this has created one toxic gas event inside my server. It has also removed the gas events from Riffy Ship and Pavlovo Military, so they are no longer there anymore, and this is the only place that has toxic gas on my server. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you from a official file on how you can do just that. So we're going to load in our official Cheranos file, and we're going to take a little look. Now first thing you're going to notice is it's not an XML file, it's a JSON file. So thank you for helping me out, Dave. It was quite a bit of a breather to actually ask for a bit of advice, then actually give advice to people. So that was actually nice. We actually have to ask somebody, oh yeah dude, like how do you work these files out, like what's JSON, and it's different to XML, and yeah, it's once you get the gist of it, it's pretty easy to understand. But I will say any mistakes within inside this file, I've not made any myself, so I don't know the effects it could have with inside your server if you make a mistake. But we're not going to make any mistakes here. We're going to teach you a few simple things. So if you want to have all of your normal places on your Cheranos server, as well as adding new toxic static zones, not event ones. They don't strike down like airstrikes. They are always there and permanently fixed into your game from the moment you load in. You could leave these in, and you would come down here to the bottom of Pavlovo, and you would copy Pavlovo, and you would create a new entry and paste the code here. But there's one thing you need to understand, is when you create a new code, as you can see here, this code, this is the code here for this event at Pavlovo North. When you create a code below this code, you need to allow the file to be able to read the next code. So you need to place one of these after every code you place in, so you can now place a new one. If you don't, it will error your file. I'll explain and show that a bit more, but we're not going to be doing that at the minute. So at this point we would put this here, and we would not have it here because this is the last one. Okay, so just remember, any new ones you make, it must have this to start it, and it does not have it to end it. Okay, so as you can see, it starts the new code, this starts the new code, and there's no more new code after it, right? So as long as you can understand that, but we're going to be running validations on this as well. Right, now let's just start back at the top of the file. So this is a standard, official vanilla file. I'm going to back it all up, so it definitely is vanilla now. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove the toxic zones from the ship. Okay, we don't want the toxic zones at the Riffy ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll, we're going to highlight from here, and we're going to scroll all the way down, and then we see ship northeast, and then we see ship central, and then we see Pavlovo North. So we're going to go to the bottom of the ship central to just here, and we're going to remove that completely from our code, and we're going to line this back up. And as you can see now, we now only have static zones within Pavlovo, and there's only 2 of them. We have the first code here, then we have this colon, is it, placed here to tell it that we're going to be creating another code below it, and that is the last code. So we have not got another colon here. Now we've removed Riffy, so we're now going to add in our old zone. So as I said before, we're going to be adding to this, so we want to put a little colon here, and then we want to copy right up, and then to the area name, and then we want to create a new entry. We just want to remove them spaces, and then we're going to paste in our new entry. Now as you can see, I said before, we've now got our area name, this is the code, this code ends here, so this closes this code, this tells it to read another code, this opens the other code, this closes the other code, this tells us to read the new code we're now placing in, and this now ends the code altogether because we're not putting one of these in to tell it to create a new code, to read a new code. For anybody who does know JSON, please bear with me. I don't really know JSON myself, so I have been learning this myself, so don't be giving me no stick in the comments, please. Thank you very much. But yeah, let's go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to change our event name, you could say. So we're going to call this, we're going to call it Kami, and then we're going to call it Kami Center. So we're going to call it the Center. So this is just our name. This can be what you want. I'm not too sure if this has to be there, and you wouldn't be able to do this, I know that, because the name has to be a full name. So you could have it like that, or you could have it like this, but you can't have a space. I do know that is the case with some JSON or JavaScript or Python languages. So we've now changed our area name. We're not going to be touching the type, we're not going to be touching the trigger, and we're not going to be touching a few other things down here at the minute. This is just basically so you can remove and create your own zone. The next video will explain how to adjust these zones and fully customize them, and we will see how far we can go with the limitations of what we're given. So what we're going to do now is we've got our name Kami Center. We've got our contaminated area, which we know is static. We've got our trigger type. And we're now going to go to iSurvive.com. Now when you go into iSurvive.com, you're going to want to get your coordinates. Now for anybody that already knows how to do this, well, this is exceptional because it saves me having to do a big video. But for anyone that doesn't, I suggest you do learn a little bit about collecting coordinates and stuff like that. You can do all that with inside the DZMC. There's multiple ways you can do it. You can place plays, you can get coordinates from logs. I like to take them straight from iSurvive. So we're going to come to iSurvive here, and we're going to hover over an area we want in Cammy Shovel. We're going to press Control and we're going to press Copy. So we're going to press Control and C, and as you can see there, it will say Copy to clipboard. We're then just going to post that back in. Oh, sorry, my bad. It actually copied the clipboard. There we go. So we're going to paste our code back in like that, and as you can see, that takes me straight to Cammy Shovel. So now we're going to come back to our file, and I suggest you create a new file and paste in your code. Now what you're going to be using is these digits here and these digits here. You're not going to be using the 0.84 or the 0.83 or any of this. Just these numbers and just these numbers, which are the X and Z codes of your location. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight that, press Control X, and then we're going to double click and we're going to press Control and V. And we're going to do that again with the second set of numbers. We're going to press Control and X, and we're going to press highlight and Control and V. Now this has put new positions in. This has now told this toxic gas to spawn in Cammy Shovel. So it's done. This is it. We now have a toxic Cammy Shovel. But wait, what can we do? We can change the radius. So we can turn the radius up so it covers more of an area. We can change the height, the position. So we can change how high the gas goes. We can change the negative height, which I'm guessing is how low the gas can go. So we can have this set at 1. In a ring count, I'm not too sure on that just yet. That will be coming in a follow-up video on how to fully customize your zones. And the rest of it I will figure out for the next video, which should be in a couple of hours time. Or maybe tomorrow, we'll see. But right now we have within this file created a new event for toxic gas. We have removed the Riffy ship, we've left Pavlovo gas in, and now all we need to do is come down to what you can see here as safe positions. Now these are the positions that are safe within inside them zones. Now myself, I don't really want any safe positions within inside the toxic gas. I feel like if you're going to go into it, you should be more than prepared. So I would remove all of mine, and I would just not even put any information into this area, to be quite fair. I think we could actually just for now, I'm just going to tell you that we could just remove this and this should close it, but for now I'm just going to tell you to just put a couple of random codes somewhere out your way if you don't want safe zones. But if you do want safe zones, you're going to want to put that safe zone within inside your toxic gas. So we come back to Cammy Shovel and we say, right, well, we know Cammy Shovel is now full of toxic gas, but we don't want it to hit say the PD, so we don't want the gas to hit the PD. So I'm thinking this is the way this works, is if we put, oh sorry, my bad, if we put our codes into here like so. Oh, I did it again, let's go forward. There we go. We put our codes into here like this, just remove the trash. This should now, I think, create the police station to be the safe area away from the toxic zone. So I think it'd act like a barrier to stop the toxic zone from actually spawning within that area. So yeah, that is it. So what we're now going to do is we're going to check our file, and we're going to press Control, press A, and we're going to copy all of our work. So we've now copied all of our work, and we're going to go to a website much like when you do XML edits and you use an XML validator, there is a JSON validator as well. Now the website is json.com, be sure to use it, and when you come into it, you don't select your file like XMLs, you paste your code in and you would validate JSON, and as you can see, we now have a valid JSON file, and for static contaminated areas, this file is now removed Riffy. It's replaced Riffy and with a Kami center, and that is all we need to do. Now let me show you real quick for a brief rundown. So we're going to save this file because we're actually going to put this in my server, and we're going to show you the gas at Kamishovo. And as you can see here, this is the gas event I made for Radio Zenit. So just for example, I'm gonna show you how to set up a single event, just one, and what you would do is you would remove all other coding from the file apart from one. So from there, so from here down to here, you would remove all them codes and you would have just one, and you will not have a colon here because you're not pasting any more extra code, and all you would be doing is changing your name and your coordinates, and then that would call the end of that file, place your safe radius into a certain area to keep a breathable pocket of air, and that is it. That's it, guys. I can't really talk no more about it right now, because this video is intended to help you remove zones or create new ones, and we've done just that. And remember, we have used the JSON file checker code checker to do so. So for example, if we was to port or have been explaining one of these colons here and then validate the file, it would be flagged with an error, and it will tell you that there is an error, and it will tell you the position of the error. And as you can see, it's given us the error here, and I think it's like here where it's showing the error, you know, so we know where it is, we know it's here. So we're going to validate that file, and it's now a perfectly validated file. And just to prove so, we're going to Control A, we're going to copy that, and we're going to go into our Notepad++, and we're just going to copy all our work and we're going to paste it out. And as you can see, voila, we now have a Pavlovo North and a Kamishovo file, all working, all perfect, all ready, and ready to upload. So let me just quickly now swap that. As you can see, I'm now gonna completely remove this file from my Zenit. We're going to call this Zenit, and this file will be within inside DZMC. So we're going to move that file out here like so, and we're going to place this file within here like so. And as you can see, this is this file we've just been working on. I am about to upload this into my Xbox server. I will take a run round and show you that it definitely does work, and then I will be posting this video to YouTube. So thank you for everyone for watching. If anybody does have any information around these toxic gas zones, we welcome all information. We're not coders that do not like other people that know more than us. If you know something we don't, then please just get in touch, come and help us, and we can help everybody else. But if there is nothing else you can add to this, I don't know, just hit like or subscribe, or check us out on DZMC. Let's go. Next video is how to fully customize them. Have a nice day, guys. Take care.